Everybody, welcome back to another pre-market analysis video. All right, so in today's video, we're gonna talk about some stocks. We're gonna look at some stocks to watch for today and to keep on you guys' watch list, right? To get you guys prepared for this morning. So let's dive right into it right off the bat. The Chop Fest is still going on. All right, it's very gruesome trading action right here that you see. The market seemed like it was going to have a nice steady open, probably at the same price, but I didn't expect this. I thought we were gonna get up here first before we see this type of rejection, because the weekly chart still worries me a little bit about the SPY and the NASDAQ. All right, so right now things are a little bit tricky as we look at the 5. It's chopping pre-market. There's a lot of things going on, so just keep in mind, pay attention to exactly how it opens. Apply patience. Wait for the first 5 minutes. A giant green candle above 449 or 450 is a wonderful sign for a move all the way up here, like I've mentioned earlier this week. All right, so keep your eyes out for that. Looking at the NASDAQ /NQ, that one is back inside of the channel. So yesterday I drew this channel right here, give y'all some points to watch for right here. So it's right back in it. Okay, so we'll see exactly how long it takes for it to get out to the upside, if it wants to get out to the upside. So that's also something to consider when you're trading. Make sure you look at different charts and you look for some kind of connection or some kind of similarities in between the structures. All right, now let's check out the VIX, and the VIX is pretty much doing, it did exactly what it did yesterday. It opened higher. All right, obviously with the market pushing out the gates, there was this massive sell-off, and the VIX kind of filled this gap right here. So is it a possibility that we see the same thing again today? Maybe. All right, maybe. So just keep that in mind. Anything over the VIX, not that I look at it from here, just this perspective alone, this is not looking too great for the overall markets. It's not the cleanest. Obviously, it's not the cleanest I've ever seen, the cleanest bullish pennant. But it is something to consider. Like if it gets above 1650, then people will panic. So keep that in mind. Now, the first stock that you should be keeping on your watch list for today, that was a stock from yesterday's pre-market analysis video. That stock is Citi. All right, and with Citi, I explained to y'all exactly why I was leaning bearish on it. It's because of this bearish pennant on the daily charts. Yesterday it showed a doji, the volume not that significant, and right now it's gapping a little bit lower as the Dow Jones is getting crushed the most out of the indices. As you can see, the Dow Jones is down by negative 0.80%. And this one is down quite a bit by 60 cents. All right. The gap right here would fully be filled at exactly $43. Citi contracts are really, really cheap. All right. So if you got in yesterday when I mentioned this stock, it should be up plenty pre-markets. And I think there's some room to drop before we see some type of bounce with this one. So 43 is the first target. And also keep in mind, like 40 is like really, 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 really low. Could it get there? Yes, but everything would have to like really collapse. And by everything, I really mean everything. Like the SPY, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones have to collapse to help the stock go down that far. All right. Now the next stock that we're gonna look at, that stock had earnings, and that stock is SE. All right. Now SE, this one, it's been down since 372. It's down what? 85% now. Yeah, it's down 85%. And recently, just like their previous earnings right here, they didn't do too well. The stock is down by $9. And that type of drop causes fear in a lot of people's hearts. We're gonna zoom into this region right here. And right now, the stock is below this level. Now, keep in mind, there is a lot of investors, a lot of dip buyers, a lot of long-term investors specifically, who've been buying the stock since the beginning of the year, right here at $50, right? So watching it go up, double in value is great and all. But right now it's opening lower than their entry price. So I'm thinking a lot of stop losses are going to get triggered. And once these stop losses get triggered, we're gonna see a flush all the way down to 40, which is the next level of support right over here. All right. So in this zone, like, watch for initial rejection. Like, they could try to put up a fight, maybe a little spike towards 48.80, like a little spike towards 48.80 right here, and then we flush. If the overall market flush, I mean, the overall market flushing would not be a guarantee. Like, it's not guaranteed, but this one, it could fall without it. Even if the market is fine, SE doesn't look good, and SE might still sell off all the way down to 42, despite what the market does. All right, and if the market collapses, then like SE will probably fall even faster. So keep this one on your watch list for a continuation down after a disappointing reaction to their earnings report. The last stock that we're gonna look at, well, let's do an update on TTD. Obviously, with the market being down like that, TTD, it's tough to say. Like, it's below, like with bullish pennants, especially when it's intraday. Like, what you want to see is just a pop here, followed by either some consolidation sideways, followed by a move out the gates. All right, it's opening lower than a lot of people's stop losses at 74.8. So if the first 5 to 10 minutes are not great, then I highly doubt that it's gonna get up to 76.50 in the morning. All right, could it show another structure later on today before getting there in the afternoon? Maybe, but the specific structure was for the morning, and right now this morning it's not looking too great for this stock. And the same thing applies to Apple. Apple, again, same structure from yesterday, and it's kind of struggling to open up at $79. We still have about 5 minutes till 8 and 35 minutes till the market open, so keep your eyes out for that one. The price target that I have for Apple is $181. Again, the key is the first 10 minutes of market hours. As long as it doesn't look any worse than this, then there's a chance that it can get up there. So I'm watching this one closely. All right, keep that one in your watch list. We got time for one more. The last one is NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, that one I told you guys that we were shorting. We were shorting the semis, right? Because of this drop and how everything was dropping in unison. Now this one had a massive rebound yesterday. Usually after these kind of moves, there is some kind of chop happening the next day. Maybe even a pullback or a drop. Like, I don't have massive expectations because these individuals right here will be looking to get out, especially if NVIDIA decides to catch up with the indices. Like, right now, it's the only stock that's green in my watch list. Everything else is either neutral or just red. So if you have calls on this one, I would just say don't be too greedy and just wait for the next structure intraday. All right, whether it is a bearish move or a bullish move, a structure is going to appear and it's going to provide a day trading opportunities to make some money on this stock. And that is the end of the video. Again, For early access to this pre-market analysis video, subscribe and definitely click the join button along with more videos to get these videos when I release them 15 to 20 minutes before the market opens. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're not following me on social media yet, you can find me at NGumah and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. If you're interested in joining our private Discord community, we can get all of this information in real time, especially intraday. As I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah, Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.